Hello everyone, welcome to the Cryptopolitan channel. My name is Chris, and today we'll be looking at news such as the Bitcoin Cash fork, the lengths that criminals will go to evade capture, and some big names in the mainstream getting involved in cryptocurrency. So I'm Chris, and I'll be taking over from Satoshi Sean. If you still like to catch up with what he's doing, click the description and the link below to see what's going on Satoshi Sean's channel. But now, let's get into some news. Bitcoin Cash is forked into two, and news has it that most miners prefer Bitcoin Cash node over Bitcoin Cash ABC. So Bitcoin Cash has split into two new blockchains following a hard fork. The recent Bitcoin Cash fork was an action that took place because of the previous hard fork of the network. Bitcoin Cash developers, known as Bitcoin Cash ABC, proposed an update that included a miner tax. The miners would pay 8% of their Bitcoin Cash to be distributed to Bitcoin Cash ABC for protocol development. However, the community had a split reaction regarding this as another group opposed the decision. The chain is split into Bitcoin Cash Node and Bitcoin Cash ABC due to some disagreements over the miner tax. The group, known as Bitcoin Cash Node, removed the miner tax from their source code. When nodes on a network implement an update and others don't, the blockchain splits into two, and that is a fork. Unlike a soft fork, which allows transactions between upgraded and non-upgraded nodes, the hard fork completely splits them off. As such, developers tend to be conservative regarding forks. So forks aren't always the best option, but hey, at least they're not a crime. Speaking of crimes, crypto crime rates have reduced by more than 50% in 2020. Yes! However, DeFi hacks have increased by 20%. According to CipherTrace, a study of the first 10 months of 2020 has shown that the figure has gone down by over 50%. A similar study of the previous year showed that crimes related to cryptocurrencies were worth over $4 billion. And now, they seem to be a little under $2 billion. Well, hey. The DeFi sector has had a massive growth in interest and usage rates in 2020. This, however, has played a role in the growth of the crypto crimes carried out in this industry. The CipherTrace report noted that close to $100 million was stolen via DeFi hacks. So guys, beware when using these DeFi platforms. They may be great, they may be useful, but just make sure to do some due diligence when putting your cryptocurrency on other platforms. So make sure to report any hacks or any scams that you find online. These people will be caught eventually, just like in our next story. A man stayed underwater for 30 minutes to avoid FBI arrest. The FBI sought to arrest 44-year-old man Matthew Piercy after he allegedly took part in a crypto Ponzi scheme, where he bilked unsuspecting investors of $35 million through his businesses. When the FBI came to his house and tried to arrest him, he used his truck to drive away. He then abandoned his truck, and using a sea scooter, he swam under the cold water of California's largest water reservoir for almost 30 minutes to evade being detained by FBI officers. And he was promptly arrested after resurfacing. The defendant may face a life sentence if he's found guilty for the crypto crime. Another person who's being charged for crypto crimes is rapper T.I., who has racked up $103,000 in penalties and fines. Based in Atlanta, Clifford Harris Jr., more commonly known as T.I., initially had to pay a $75,000 penalty to the US Securities and Exchange Commission. T.I. was charged with this fine because he participated in campaigning for a fraudulent coin which had not been registered. In 2017, the rapper claimed that he was the co-owner of the Flick token and advertised it as a streaming media platform for digital tokens. At the time, T.I. had posted saying that Flick was like Netflix, but unlike the streaming platform, it worked on the blockchain. Or so we thought. Apparently, the rapper had used the money to buy $1 million home, some diamond jewelry, a Ferrari, amongst other expensive items. Man, I wish someone would buy me that stuff. The rapper had accepted the penalty but did not admit or refuse the charges. So, we'll see how that goes. Speaking of rappers in cryptocurrency, another rapper has recently got involved in cryptocurrency. 23-year-old US rapper Lil Yachty is creating his own social token, which he is calling the Yachty coin. The token will be developed on Ethereum and will provide holders of the coin access to engage with the artist. The rapper, whose real name is Miles McCollum, isn't the only musician who's created their own cryptocurrency. Like Akon, who develops Acoin, which will be used in his home country of Senegal. So at the moment of telling you this, Lil Yachty is the most recent rapper to join the cryptocurrency world, but we're sure he won't be the last. What was that? Another one. Just in, retired US rapper Logic declares that he's bought $6 million worth of Bitcoin. The 30-year-old rapper, who recently retired from the music business, declared this financial move via an Instagram video. He even went as far as changing his Twitter name to Bobby Bitcoin. Or at least that's what it was last time I checked. It's attracted the attention of many, including the CEO of Binance, Changpeng Zhao. Well, good on Logic investing in Bitcoin. That's pretty cool. So Logic retired because he wanted to focus on being a great father. But I know that on his YouTube channel, he's also been making videos on his favourite games. Speaking of games, gaming giant Atari charges into the cryptocurrency ring. The video game giants Atari have launched their own cryptocurrency. The Atari token hopes to become the central currency of gamers. With plans to expand beyond gaming, can this new cryptocurrency take on the competition? A later report suggests that it may already be game over for the Atari token. Upon listing, the Atari token lost 84% of its value. But this isn't the end of the story. The Atari token is still listed, and integration with the new Atari VCS service has just been announced. Maybe they can still bounce back. With the recent surge of interest in Bitcoin, it's no surprise that all these different industries are getting involved. And that includes Skype's founder, who has recently revealed that he keeps his wealth in Bitcoin. Don Tarlin told Fortune in an interview that he stores most of his wealth in Bitcoin, and that he was keen to publicly support the cryptocurrency. At the beginning of the year, the telecommunications genius gave away $300,000 worth of Bitcoin to help fund a project dealing with the issues of AI. And Mr. Tarlin isn't the only one. Mexican billionaire and founder of Group Salinas, Mr. Salinas Pliego, recently revealed that 10% of his wealth is Bitcoin. He stated that Bitcoin had the power to keep people safe from their politicians. The billionaire also highlighted how Bitcoin is a solution to the government claiming people's private property as their own. He claimed that the government's money has no worth and it is better to preserve your wealth in a variety of other ways. Latin Americans have opted to go crypto because hyperinflation has affected their home currency. And day by day, Bitcoin seems to be growing in popularity in Latin America. So it seems to be going well for them. But not all CEOs and chairmen and bigwigs and billionaires find Bitcoin as useful. SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son said that he doesn't understand Bitcoin even after investing $200 million into it in the past. He claimed that watching the price fluctuate distracted him too much, causing him to lose focus on his business. Due to this, he sold his stake in Bitcoin, and doing this caused him to lose close to $130 million. However, the Japanese CEO does say that he still feels that Bitcoin will be useful in the future. He just wants to focus his efforts elsewhere for now. And in other Japanese news, a group of Japanese companies plans to come together and issue a digital yen. A group of about 30 Japanese companies from different sectors are reportedly mulling over the idea of the need for issuing a common digital currency. This follows the recent plans of the Japanese central bank to experiment with a potential digital yen in the coming year. More on all of these stories can be found at cryptopolitan.com. Links will be down below. I've been your host Chris, and this has been Cryptopolitan News. See you next time.